and Riley Leonard's head coach, Marcus Freeman, at the podium.
I want them to celebrate that. I want them not to look past tonight. Celebrate tonight. Celebrate this victory that they worked tremendously hard to achieve and obtain. And then I told them they'll have tomorrow off. They can take one day off, and we'll get them back on Sunday. But then we'll start thinking about the Sugar Bowl and the opportunity we have at hand. But you don't get enough time in life and enough time in situations like this not to enjoy it. And I was reminded by a couple people I talked to, but also just talking to the team. Enjoy this. Enjoy this. Don't look ahead. Enjoy this, and then we'll move forward. But proud of the way they played. I told Coach Signetti after the game, I think that's a heck of a football team we faced that obviously showed wouldn't quit till the end. You know, some good teaching opportunities for us. We're going to use that fourth quarter defensively, special teams-wise. We got to learn from some of those situations that happened in that game because we have to be better because of it. And I'm actually kind of glad it did happen, you know, because it's going to be a chance for us to humble ourselves and get back to work and work on ways to improve as we get ready for this next opportunity. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
A quick reminder, the only people allowed to take video during the press conference are the video folks in the back. Our first question will be in the front row on the left, Tyler Horka.
Hey, Coach, just how big is a run like the one that Jeremiyah had as a tone setter kind of right out of the gates?
Huge. Backed up situation. We just threw an interception the drive before, right? And it was 0-0 at that time. I think it was 0-0. Just threw an interception. We get an interception on defense, and that first play to go 98 yards was huge. Just for everybody. Yes, our offense, but the overall confidence of our team to go up 7-0 with that type of touchdown. You know, we know he's not 100%. We're just going to keep getting him healthy, but he showed on that play at whatever percent he is. Once he breaks through that third level, it's hard to catch Jeremiyah Love.
You mentioned the interception, Xavier Watts. Just how good was he tonight and kind of setting the tone for the defense?
Yeah, he was major. I mean, he had made some big-time tackles, tracked the ball carrier well, was close to getting a couple balls out, had the interception. I mean, he's a leader out there. He gets everybody lined up. He communicates. He plays the game you need him to play. Plays the game the way you need him to play. He is a huge part of what we're trying to do and a very important piece.
Front row on your right, John Bryce.
Hey, Marcus, along those similar lines, you've talked often about complementary football, and that first sequence was about as complementary as it gets. Just how do you assess the way that this team has absorbed all the challenges to have the identity that you want from them?
Yeah, you had a lot of good from all three phases tonight, and you've seen that throughout the season. No one phase was perfect, and that's what we strive for is perfection. No one phase was perfect, but what happens was when one phase isn't getting the job done, another phase picks it up. And we'll need that as we continue to move throughout these playoffs. And so, I mean, that's what it's going to take to achieve the goals that we aspire to have. It's not going to be an offense, a defense, or just special teams. It's going to be all three phases playing complementary football.
You started this season in the tunnel at Texas A&M, sort of getting the attention off your team and getting it to, I guess, just taking the pressure off of them and being really emotional in that moment. And then your team kind of adopted your personality over the course of the season. The way that they played so physically tonight, how much does that reinforce the way that you guys are coaching and preparing them?
Yeah. I believe in playing this game with a physicality that hopefully is unmatched. That's just what I believe in as a head coach, and we demand it. We practice that way. And these guys, at the end of the day, these guys are pleasers. You ask them to do something, they're going to give you everything they got to try to please you as a coach and do what you ask. And so in order to achieve the things we want, you're going to have to play a physical brand of football. And that's our mentality, that's our culture, and that's what they display on that field.
Front row all the way to your left, Tyler James.
Marcus, you've talked about having confidence in Mitch Jeter for a while now. To see those kicks go through, obviously the one later was blocked, but what did that do for you guys to see him make those field goals tonight?
It was huge. It was especially the one, I think it was 49 yards before half. I mean, that was huge because not only was it an important field goal, but the length of that, right? he's been doing it in practice, but to go out and do it in a game in cold weather, we needed that confidence in him, and he needed that confidence in himself. And so it was really good to see him make some big field goals today. We got to fix the one that was blocked. I watched it on the sideline. It looks a little low. I think that's what ended up, being the issue. But we got to attack that and fix that, because that can't happen as we move forward.
And then Jordan Faison made big plays on offense and special teams. What allowed him to impact the game the way he did tonight?
He's a playmaker, man. I often tell you that stats sometimes do not tell you the impact somebody makes on a game. And the wide receiver position is one that is so important to understand that he can grade out 100% and have one catch. And perception is he maybe had one catch, but the reality is he did exactly what he was supposed to do on every single play. Today he was rewarded, obviously, and targeted intentionally in certain situations, and he made some big-time contested catches. He is a weapon for us. We obviously used him on the kickoff return, reverse, and we had a little bit of doubt saying, okay, there might be a guy that can see it. Oh, the guy saw it, but we had a lot of faith that Faison could make a miss, and that's what he ended up doing.
Front row on your right, Pete Sampson.
After struggling defensively at USC, what were the biggest keys for that unit to sort of snap back to form tonight, and how much was Howard Cross a part of it?
Yeah, Howard was a huge piece. I've said this before. I believe you have to be strong up the middle, and to have Howard and Riley in there, really being disruptive up the middle was huge for us. We knew going into the game we were going to have to control the perimeter. They were a perimeter running team with some stretch plays, some screens, and our mindset controlling the perimeter was attacking and having all three levels defeat blocks in the perimeter. And then we wanted to be aggressive. We had an aggressive mindset. We called the game aggressively. They played aggressively. And it was good to see our guys on defense play well today for the majority of the game.
And, I mean, now that this is complete, the first home game of the playoff, like all the extras that went into it, like how did it work from your perspective as a head coach? What was the experience like?
Unbelievable. Probably should have shouted out everybody that had a part in creating that environment. I've never been a part of an environment like that. It was special. The crowd played a factor. The noise played a factor. It was a special thing to be a part of. I didn't really get to take it all in because you're focused on doing your job. But pregame, I did. It took a minute to take it in, and then obviously right now just thinking about what we were able to experience. It's something special. It's not many times in life you're the first to do something, right? And as I told the group in there, we were the first to play and win a playoff game at Notre Dame Stadium. That's historic, and so something we'll cherish for the rest of our lives.
Third row on your left, Pete Byrne.
Marcus, this isn't technically a first, but I think 12 wins matches the most wins ever by a Notre Dame football program. I'm curious what that means to you right now.
We wouldn't be in this situation if we didn't have 12 wins. So I'm grateful to be a part of a program and a team that has been able to accomplish this. But I'm greedy, and my focus is, although I don't want their focus to be on it, my focus is going to be on finding a way to get 13, and that's what matters, right? And that's what's going to be important, is to enjoy this thing but get ready for the next opportunity. But you know what? I'm fortunate to be a part of a special football program, a special group of people from top down, from our president to our chairman of the board to our athletic director, on down to the people in our football program. This is a special place, it's a special program, and I'm fortunate to just be a part of it. I know I'm the head coach. You're going to get some praise, you're going to get criticism when things are down, but I'm a part of something special with a special group of guys.
And this larger playoff now that we're in is new for everybody, but how important do you think momentum is for the team?
So Notre Dame has won 11 in a row since their loss to Northern Illinois. Their only loss of the season, and you see the three teams with the longest active win streaks in FBS. Oregon at 14, Notre Dame and Boise State, both with 11 straight wins. Boise State awaits the winner of SMU and Penn State on Saturday. Oregon awaits the winner of Tennessee and Ohio State. But Notre Dame moving on to the quarterfinals to face Georgia in the Sugar Bowl on January 1st, New Year's Day, 12 days between games. And right now the line is in favor of Notre Dame, 1.5 against Georgia in the quarterfinals.